I would describe Hamish Brewer as a charismatic leader. He is able to inspire his followers, his staff, the students, and the community to follow his vision. One of his big quotes, or what I saw in one of the videos, I wouldn't know if that would be his vision or his mission, because it's just one word, but he puts relentless everywhere. And he's able to have his community, the parents, buy in, the staff buy in, and also the students buy in. You know, and one of the videos I thought was interesting was when he first went to the middle school that he had a community meeting to involve the community, the parents, the part of the community of the school, so the parents, the families, whoever it may be of those students. I found it interesting that before the school even started, he brought them in to show them the vision and the mission of the school to get their buy in, which to me is very important for a leader because without the parents, it is very hard to get the kids to do anything. I know from my own personal experience with my kids at my school, it's hard without having the parents buy in and helping enforce rules and expectations outside of school to get the students to do well in school. I also thought it was interesting the way he always meets and greets everybody. He's always in the hallways, he's always saying hello, welcoming everybody, he's on the announcements. And to me, as a charismatic leader, that is something huge. Part of their characteristics is that they're seen everywhere, they're greeting everyone, they're saying hello to everyone. It makes an impact. It makes staff feel wanted and appreciated. It makes the students feel wanted and appreciated. He also went as far as telling some of the students on the announcements, I love you. Just in case nobody's told you I love you today, I'm telling you I love you, which I think for kids, especially middle school kids, that goes a long ways because a lot of them don't get an I love you at the end of the day or the beginning of the day or any time of the day. So hearing that your principal is saying I love you and I care about you, it makes you feel wanted and appreciated and makes you want to be part of this organization and buy into what he is speaking about. I also think it was important. It was important when one of the videos I saw where he was just going to the school and he was talking, I'm assuming with a teacher, and he was talking, I guess the teacher wanted tables or desk or something, and he went as far as telling the teacher, just write it down the price, tell me how much it is, and I'll pay you back. Not from the school's money, but he said he would pay him back from his own pocket. Hamish Brewer would pay him back from his own pocket, which I think goes far too for the teacher, showing that, you know what, I'm appreciated, I'm wanted here, my principal is going to go above and beyond for me to allow me to have my setup in my room and help me buy whatever I need. And that makes you feel, as a staff member, makes you feel wanted and appreciated at school and makes you want to come to work every day. Because I've been on the other end where we haven't had supportive leadership and it's been hard at school to want to come to work every day. And I think he makes it to where his staff wants to come to work and the kids want to come to school and they look forward to whatever he has to say. Also think taking risk. He's definitely not your normal type of principal that you would see in a school. He's got his tattoos. He rides around on a skateboard. He's taking risk himself to hopefully change the vibe in the school to where it is, everybody's buying in and everybody wants to be there. And I think that opens eyes for the teachers and the students that our principal is taking a risk doing something. And I think that trickles down to the staff so that they want to take risks. Maybe I see Mr. Brewer riding around a skateboard. Maybe I'm gonna try something a little different because I know he's gonna be open to me trying something different because if it works, it works. Like him riding around on a skateboard. Same thing with the students. It shows that the principal is taking a risk. Maybe I should take a risk in trying something different, or maybe having a different outlook on school than what I've had with the previous principal. Now we have Mr. Brewer here because he is definitely not the normal type of principal. But I think it goes to show just the type of principal he is. I would love, I think, to work with him because he would be, it would make work fun. And I think the kids around him, they enjoy being there. The staff, from what I saw in the videos, they enjoy being there. Everybody's buying into what he has as his vision and mission for the school, which is huge. And I think that goes a long way, especially in a school, because if you don't get, like I said earlier, you don't get buy-in from parents, you don't get buy-in from students, you don't get buy-in from staff, it's just going to implode eventually down the road. And if you start by getting the buy-in with the parents and then buy-in with students and buy-in with staff, that it will all come together and you'll have a very successful school like he had at the elementary level for several years. And I think that's awesome. And I think he's just a great example of a charismatic leader that somebody would want to work for, want to be around, and would truly appreciate to have as a leader. And I just love how positive he always is too. And I think that goes a long ways in making staff, students, and parents and the community feel appreciated. So I definitely enjoy Hamish Brewer, and whenever we get to watch videos about him and talk about him, I love the type of leadership and the type of leader he portrays at his schools, because it's really cool, and I wish more principals were like him. That's all I have to say about it for now.